Good morning and welcome to the Ohio Means Jobs Columbus Franklin County Job Center's Employer Highlight Series. Today we're excited to have American Nitrile with us and more importantly, Tracy Papst. Tracy, why don't you take a moment and introduce yourself and then we can get started in our conversation.
Sure. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's staying warm. I'm Tracy Papst, the HR manager here at American Nitrile, and very excited. I've been with the company since September, and we're picking up and growing fast. So it's a pleasure to be here and get to talk to everybody this morning.
Yeah, awesome. And so September is actually probably making you one of the more long tenured employees with the company, right? Because it is an upstart organization here in Columbus. Why don't you start by telling us a little about the history and how the company came to be?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great story, by the way. So American Nitrile is a startup nitrile glove manufacturing company with a mission to bring critical personal protective equipment back to the U.S. The facility will be located in Grove City, Ohio. It's a 527,000 square feet facility and currently being updated to support 12 state-of-the-art production lines with a total annual capacity of 3.5 billion gloves. It's hard to believe, billion gloves. So a little history here. So 80% of the gloves, PPE, were made in Malaysia. And up until about 2020, it was very hard to get this in the USA. The USA is using about 120 billion gloves a year. Our owner, Jacob Block, was selling PPE, has his own safety, selling equipment, PPE to companies here in the U.S. And he had a really hard time getting all the stuff that we needed, the masks, the gloves, all that stuff. And then there was the price gouging because we needed it so bad here in the U.S. We can only get it from other countries. And he just thought it was crazy what we were paying for it. So he decided, we could start this here in the USA. We could bring this, home. So we obviously are all about made the USA, bringing this home to the USA. We're very excited. We will have the latest in manufacturing equipment, and we'll have 6 machines in the first phase, and we'll produce 1.8 billion gloves a year, which is hard to believe, but that's only 1% of U.S. consumption. And then we'll add another 6 production lines in the second phase of production.
So that's absolutely awesome. And I think the thing that I love about the story of the organization is, it's that American ingenuity and it's that response to a situation.
Absolutely.
As you mentioned, we've all experienced supply chain challenges when we go to the grocery store, we're ordering things off Amazon, whatever we're doing, we're experiencing it. And so it's great to know that there are entrepreneurs here locally who say, you know what, we can fix this and we can make it better. And to have something that's made here locally that is something that we all use on a regular basis now, is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So I think one of the things that's really important for individuals when they think about making a career move and to really start to understand, what their options are is to understand the culture behind a company. And so maybe let's take a few minutes and talk about the culture at American Nitrile and really start to understand, the foundation of the company and how it will operate in that nature.
Yeah, absolutely. So a little bit about what our team will look like, and we'll kind of flow into that whole culture piece. But we'll definitely be hiring a diverse team here. We believe that together we'll be stronger, together working together. There's such a diversity here in Columbus, and we think we all come together as one. There's just so much more we can do. And we'll be hiring for various positions, and we'll get into this later too. I'm sure you'll want to ask me that, but we'll talk about those positions. But we'll have the on-site training here. We'll very much be into safety, have a safety culture. We believe in servant-based leadership, which will be a huge part of our culture here. We believe in serving our people. We believe in giving our team the skills that they need to be their best. Here at, we talk about supporting our team with what they need at home, so they'll be their best at work. And so we'll definitely be serving our people so that they can be their best. And that's how we're going to get the best employees, we believe. We'll be community engaged. We talk a lot about Grove City and getting involved. The people here, the activities, so many great things here. We definitely want to get our team involved in the community in which we operate. We want to strive to be a best place to work in Ohio. And I really believe, I see resumes and I talk to applicants from so many other companies. And, there's companies out there that they're big and they're paying good money and they've got good benefits. So I always wonder, why do people leave those kind of companies? You know what? A lot of the things they're lacking is the culture. We will pay people well. Our benefits are great, so we can go into that if you want. But it's going to be about how people are treated, how we help them, to be their best. And so there'll be a huge focus in here, not only hiring the right people, but keeping the right people and how they're treated, how they're appreciated. People are going to feel that. They're never going to want to leave American Nitrile. We're going to make sure that. Um, we talk about equipping our teams with the things they need to grow and be their best. We are on the bus line, and we are working with CODA to set up transportation, to set up shuttles, so transportation will not be an issue. Our culture will also be about supporting our team for the things they need until they get on their feet. So that may mean gas cards until they get their paycheck. That may mean, I've seen employees that are, really waiting for that first paycheck and they don't have food for lunches. We'll make sure these things are covered. So if people want a good job, they're going to have that here, and they're going to have the support they need until they get solid, have those paychecks rolling in. We'll make sure we support people. That's going to be the type of culture we have. Again, working together, all being one to achieve so many great things.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I think you mentioned something that's really, really important right now. We've all heard about the Great Resignation, and all of that's on the news. It's everywhere, and we understand that there are a lot of open positions right now. So, being able to differentiate American Nitrile from other companies is definitely important. But it sounds like you've really taken the time as a company to think about how you're planning to support. You did mention benefits a little bit. So I think it's a natural segue to kind of head in that direction to understand what benefits will be offered to individuals who are working with the company.
Yeah.
Both on, and I know we talked about this, on a full-time and a part-time basis.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, some of the things I'm going to talk about are things that are in the works, things we're talking about. I think it's an important part of the culture to understand what we're communicating. They may not be set in stone right now, but we're talking about these things. So we'll go through some of that as well. So we will run 24/7. 365 days a year. So we will pay that shift diff premium. There'll be a 10% shift diff for people working that night shift. We'll get into this too when you ask me about, if we talk about positions and stuff. But another exciting thing here too is we will have 12-hour positions, we'll have 10-hour positions, and we'll also have 4-hour part-time positions. Well, again, we'll talk about more about those positions here in a bit, and the pay and all that good stuff. But going to the benefits for those positions, for the full-time, the 12 and the 10-hour positions, we provide medical, dental, and vision, and they will be available, I think it's 30 days. So the first of the month after somebody's start date, so 30 days max, and they'll be able to have benefits. There's talk currently about, for employees who decide, hey, I don't need your insurance. Maybe I have through my spouse, or I have insurance a different way. We are looking at an opt-out buyout for employees who don't need our insurance, so that they can get extra money each pay for not taking the company insurance. So we're looking into that. I mean, if you think about it, it saves the company money, so why not give it back to the employee as well? And let's see what else we have. We have 401k after 90 days, and that will be a matching 401k. Will be half up to 6% on that. We'll have 8 paid holidays that employees receive after 60 days, and they will get a paid day off the month of their birthday, also eligible after 60 days. That's always nice, have an extra day off, to celebrate your birthday.
It's another holiday, right?
Right, exactly. The first 12 months, once an employee is hired, they will receive 4 hours of accrued paid time off each month, and they'll be able to start taking that after 60 days. They'll have 8 hours after 60 days, and that will give them 48 hours of paid time off their first 12 months of employment. It's just, so we have a lot of benefits. The owner talks a lot about competitions, which we love. We also want to not only appreciate our staff, but people love incentives. They love reaching for, that goal, and people love money, and they love time off, and they love freebies. I realized that in my life. So we've talked a lot about department competitions. We've talked a lot about employees of the month, employees of the year. We've talked about really big giveaways like cars, vacations. We're going to go all out, that our employees are going to be talking about the wonderful things that they work here for, and maybe things that they won. We will have an employee-wide annual bonus. We're putting that in place as well. So employees are going to see not only a lot of fun things going on here, a great culture, a lot of great benefits, and a lot of great perks.
Yeah, that's absolutely wonderful. And I think that's the key right now, is for each company to really differentiate themselves from others and to kind of stake their own ownership. And so that's really, really important in this current labor market. One of the things that is also important to a lot of individuals is the idea of professional development and how someone can, kind of grow within a position and advance within a company. Have you guys talked about that at all, and where you might see the company going with professional development?
Yeah, absolutely. So, is this a good time to talk about the positions?
We can lead into that as well. Sure.
Okay, perfect. Because I want to talk about positions and then kind of what they can lead to. I think that's so exciting. So, I left a job that I absolutely loved, and this is going to segue into exactly what you're asking me. I left a job I love because I had this opportunity, and I thought, when are we ever going to have an opportunity to be a part of a startup venture? And you think about bringing manufacturing back to the USA, that's so exciting, and I really wanted to be a part of that. So we're going to have these initial positions. And I want to talk a little bit about that. So we'll get into some that we're going to be staggering the hiring, because as we get equipment in from Malaysia, we have some Malaysians that will be staying with us for 6 months, and they will be here starting February 8th. So that is the first time we'll be installing equipment, and we're going to want people here to be a part of that setup team. So those are really first positions. They'll be helping Malaysians install the equipment. Great positions. You want to talk about hands-on training, being the first people to put the equipment, brand new equipment together right here in Grove City. And it'll be such key positions because we'll always want those people that were the startup of that equipment, how it runs. So that'd be a great way to truly get in the door. We'll be looking for employees that are mechanically inclined. Obviously, good work ethics are everything. And all of us have this, our executive team here and the owner as well. We all have this mindset of attitudes. Attitudes are everything. We feel that if an potential employee, has a great attitude, they can learn anything. No one's going to start here and know the glove manufacturing business. So attitudes will be key for us. There'll be the setup team. Eventually, we'll be hiring like 200 quality packers and quality assurance team. The quality packers is actually another great way to get in the door. These will be 10-hour positions and some part-time. These people will be sitting in a chair at the end of the manufacturing lines. And again, we'll have 6 that we're going to be shooting for this first phase. They'll be sitting in a chair, putting medium gloves in medium boxes, large gloves in large boxes. And again, 10-hour shifts and part-time. Those will pay $16 to $17 an hour. Same with the quality jobs. Those people will be actually spot checking gloves to make sure that they don't have holes in them. That's a part of this quality thing. They randomly have these gloves and they have to check to make sure they don't have holes. A lot of that is done through automation, but we'll still need people to help with that. So any of these startup positions, the setup team, the quality assurance, the quality packers, we will look at these people. We will look at attitude. We'll look at attendance, their work ethics, and we don't want to lose good people. So from these positions, we will take the right employees who have the skills and the attitude, everything we're talking about, and they can move into production, team leads, supervisors. We'll have a full maintenance department here. We'll have a maintenance team. So I always say to people that I meet, look, the important thing is to get in the door, prove yourself, grow with this company. And here's the exciting thing, I think you're asking about this more than anything, is our goal is to open, I want to say I've heard 3 to 4, 3 to 5 additional plants in the U.S. I think 3 or 4 that I've heard in the next 5 years. So when I say the sky is the limit, listen, if you get in with this company, prove yourself, not only could you advance here and be promoted, we will promote internally, but then you have these other plants that are going to open, throughout the U.S. So how many times do we get that opportunity to be at the ground level, start a company, and then, gosh, you could move and start, with these plants out of state, so many opportunities. I get excited talking about it, but.
Yeah, I think it definitely sounds like there are a lot of great opportunities for growth, just in the current footprint that you have and that you're starting up, but then also with that talk of, the potential expansion and knowing how large the nitrile glove market is in the U.S., it definitely sounds like there's a lot of potential for sure. You mentioned a little bit about quality of candidate and some of those characteristics that you like to see. Is there anything else that you want to add on top of that? I know you definitely want people who are willing to show up, be hard workers. You know that team player is important, but what else would make somebody a great team member for you guys?
It really truly is about attitude. It's somebody who's like, I can do this. And right now it has to be somebody who's willing to do, hey, whatever it takes. Like even as HR manager, I'm like, hey, if I have to get out there and, do some packing and put gloves in boxes, I'm excited to learn everything. But you have to have that open mind of you'll do whatever we need you to do. We're all a team. Because again, startup, there's some setbacks. Like, right now we're waiting for the rest of this equipment from Malaysia. We have a couple guys who are helping us now putting together office equipment. And we said, hey, we need some help with putting together the cubicles for sales and for other managers. And they're all about it. So I think it's having an open mind and being excited to be with a startup company and doing what you have to do to be a part of the team. We really do. I can't say enough about good attitude because it will carry a person all the way in this company. And again, as part of that interview process, we have so many positions. We're looking for people that have great skills that we know we probably can promote and people that want to learn. It's okay to come in here and say, look, I don't know anything about glove making, but I can learn anything. That's the kind of attitude we're looking for. We will do background checks. We do a drug test on employees. Our gloves are considered medical devices. So there's a lot of quality and a lot of things that have to go into hiring the right people. But I will say that we are a second chance hire as well. Some of the best superstars, A players I consider in my life have been candidates who've fallen off track in their life. They explained to me, hey, here's what happened. And look, we're not here to judge. So we're open to that as well. And again, it's about attitude and just coming in saying, I can do this, or that winning attitude. And not being afraid to, I guess a lot of this would be mechanical, picking up a tool and figuring stuff out. Yeah, it's just about attitude. It's about saying, I'm going to show up regardless of what I take. I'm going to be here for you. That's what we're looking for.
Absolutely. So you mentioned a little about that interview process as well. And thank you for mentioning the direct screen, the background check, because I know that's always on everyone's mind, just understanding what all would be involved with the hiring process. So as you start to ramp up your hiring, heading towards when you're fully into production with that first line, what will the experience be like for someone? Once they apply, what can they expect and how will the process work?
So we're not going to do this crazy. You have to come for 3 interviews and meet all these different people. We're very much into probably meeting myself, maybe my boss, who's the VP of operations. We love to have people come out. I'm really a big fan of, we want you to come out and see the plant, show you. I kind of wish I could get there right now with my computer and just show you how big and how it's coming along. It's amazing. We love people to see the sketches we have put together of what this place is going to look like. We want to show you the facility right now. It's amazing. We like to share a vision with every applicant. I think that's important because for you to really be successful here, you've got to have that buy-in. You've got to see it. You've got to understand the vision. You've got to want to be a part of it. And we want you to be a part of that. Everybody here has such an important role. I've worked in jobs where I didn't really know what I was doing, what it meant towards the big picture. Everybody here will understand their role and how critical it is in our mission. So everybody out there making these gloves, imagine some of these gloves will be worn by doctors, by surgeons who are saving lives. I mean, it's a big deal to come to work, be on time, do your job. Everybody has such a crucial role. So as part of the interview process, we want everybody to come to the plant, be a part of that vision and feel it and understand how important their role is going to be. And then again, we have to do, the background check, the drug screening. Once all that goes, and we'll talk to the applicant. Is there anything I should know about? Just lay it on the line. We're a team here and everybody understands that. They feel very comfortable when they come in. And once we get all that back, right now for these initial positions, we are sending through a temp agency because they can bring them on quick and they can do the drug test, the background really fast. And we don't change the pay. So what we're paying, and we still pay through the agency. And we do that for like 3 months because we're still setting things up. We don't have our drug testing in place just yet. But anyway, that's kind of what it looks like. And we can hire pretty quick that way. Once we meet somebody and we feel like, hey, this is a good fit, it's a good match, and we get you through the screening process, we hire pretty quickly. Like it's usually we set a date.
Good, good. And so while we're talking about that, before we go back into the positions and highlight those one more time, we need to really talk about, not only are you a part of our employer highlight series, obviously, but you're actually going to be on site at our job center this Thursday at 11 o'clock for our Thursday with an employer. And so if anybody wants to meet with Tracy and the team from American Nitrile and start exploring these career opportunities, they can actually call our job center at 614-559-5052 and get registered for the session. We definitely want to connect with as many individuals as we can to get them slotted for you. The other exciting thing is that this month, being the start of the new year, it's also the week of our first virtual hiring event of the year. And we have American Nitrile as part of that as well. So individuals can also visit with the team virtually in our core virtual hiring event that starts on Thursday at 8 a.m. and it runs through Saturday at 11:59 p.m. So we've got a lot of great opportunities for individuals to connect with you, which I think is phenomenal. Again, before we kind of wrap up, let's talk about those open positions and what you're really looking to recruit for right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So just to recap, we will be looking, the most current need we will have will be a startup team working with Malaysians, helping to start this brand new equipment that literally has just very recently been shipped here from Malaysia. It could be a part of helping us. We have so much equipment we're setting up as far as the office goes, could be helping out with that. And then the next positions will be that those quality positions and those quality packer positions. Again, 12-hour, 10-hour, 4-hour shifts. And, it's never too early to get in, to meet with me, to, hey, here's who I am, Tracy, here's what I want to do. And let's see if we have, is this a good fit initially for, to help the setup team? Or we may find that, wow, you got great maintenance skills. You want to be a part of the maintenance team lead, supervisor, so many positions. So it's never going to be too early, like I said, to get in. Let's meet. Let's talk about what you're looking for. I've worked with Ohio Means Jobs for quite a few years now, and these guys are spot on when it comes to positions here in Columbus and matching up the right people. And appreciate you guys for giving us this opportunity to sell American Nitrile to great people. We're excited. And again, if you guys have any questions, I'm sure you can reach out to these guys at Ohio Means Jobs. But if you can show up Thursday, I'd love to meet everybody. It'd be great.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're hoping to do. And, thank you for the plug for us. We always appreciate, when employers are speaking our praises as well. So again, we've had Tracy Papst here from American Nitrile, a new startup company that's down in Grove City, looking to really start onboarding individuals to set up their facility and to start production here in the next couple of months. If you're interested in meeting with Tracy and the team, you can visit them Thursday in our job center, January 27th at 11 a.m. For more information on how to register, you can call us at 614-559-5052. You can also email us at info@omjcfc.org. And then you can also participate in our core virtual hiring events. I always have so much to talk about with everything we're doing. I get winded there because it's so much and we get so excited about it. Tracy, any parting words at all before we wrap up today?
No, I really appreciate this opportunity. I am very passionate about finding the right people and placing them in the right positions in their life. There's something so satisfying about that. So for everybody out there who's searching, looking for a job, not an easy place to be, but I really hope we can close the gap and find you a great fit here at American Nitrile. I'd love to meet everybody that I can. And just want to thank you guys for, again, showcasing what we're doing. It's going to be an amazing company. And just excited to be a part of coming here to Grove City.
Awesome. Well, thank you for making my morning. I always love talking to employers who are so excited about what they're doing and the impact they're going to be able to make on the community.
Yeah.
So one last time as a reminder, if you want to meet with Tracy and the team, give us a call at 614-559-5052 or email us at info@omjcfc.org to be a part of our 11 a.m. Thursday with an employer, where we'll have American Nitrile on site. I'm Scott Johnson, the Job Center operator. Tracy, it's been a pleasure, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks with our next Employer Highlight Series. Have a great day.